What is going on, gang? My name is Kinsey Ray. I am a branding and marketing expert, and I specialize in coaching people how to build businesses online. And today I want to give you the next piece to set yourself up for 2023 and help you achieve your 2023 goals and 2023 vision. So for the last few days, I've been giving you all my favorite new year, end of year strategies of how I set my goals, how I set my vision, how I create a vision board. And then this is my last and final piece. It is my favorite piece that helps tie it all together. So if you guys can hear me okay, drop a 1 in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I agree, Brian, 2023 is gonna rock. And this is how I pull all of my goals together, my vision board together. And this is just like my cherry on top piece. This is my energy piece that I really put into my goals. I started doing this, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. I learned about this strategy that I'm going to share with you. So this is what I call a Dear You letter. So at the end of every year, I write myself a letter, my future self, a letter to open up a year from today. So I actually just got mine. Hold on. I actually just got mine back. So I thought it would be a great day to share this. So I just got this letter back. I wrote this letter to myself December 2022 to open to myself right now on January 1st, 2023. So it's titled Dear Kinsey, and the date is January 1st, 2023. So why I do this and why I like this piece for your goals and for your vision is it just adds another element that I think is really important when it comes to goal setting, achieving your goals, manifesting. I think it adds this element that a lot of people miss. So if you guys haven't caught on all my other videos that I've shared, I highly recommend going back and watching them. But this is the structure of how I set up my goals. First, I decide what the heck I want to do. Hey, Sam, how are you? Good morning. First, I decide what the heck it is I want to do. I set my goals. This year, I have 12 power goals, 12 things that I want to achieve this year in 2023. So first, I pick my goals that I'm working towards. I get really clear on that. Then the second piece is I go and I make my vision board. So I take the goals and I attach a picture to it, a vision. What does it look like to achieve these goals? What does my life look like? What vision am I creating with these goals? Sam, she asked, when you make a vision board, do you print out pictures or just use words? I print out pictures. I go on Google and I find pictures. If you go to my last live video, it's on my page. I did a whole training on vision boards. I also uploaded it to my podcast. It's episode number 3 on vision boards if you want to go listen to it. But I did a whole video on that you can dive deep on it. But what I do is I take the goals. Then I go and I print out the pictures. I create the vision for the goals. Like, what does this look like? I want my intention is if you create clear enough goals, that's the point, is you have to have clarity, right? Clarity is power when it comes to goal setting. You want to create clear enough goals, specific enough goals, that then you can create a vision. The goal is you want to be able to actually close your eyes and envision hitting this goal. Envision what your life looks like to do this thing. You want to have such a clear mental picture that you know exactly what it looks like. So I create a visual representation to sit next to me all year long to remind me why I'm showing up to work, to remind me what I'm chasing after. That's the point of vision board, right? Then lastly, I tie it all together with the emotion. And this is the piece I want to teach you today by writing a Dear Me 2023 letter. So I'm going to go now write myself a letter, and it's going to say, Dear Kinsey, January 1st, 2024. Okay. So I actually titled this video wrong. It says Dear Me 2024. Okay. So a year later, what happened? So I'm talking to myself as if I just accomplished all of the things that I just wrote out, all of the things that I just put on my vision board. Everything went perfect. Everything went according to plan. And I go and write myself a letter saying what happened this year. What happened? How did you achieve the goals? How did it feel? What did it look like? What was the emotion attached to it? And I described the year in perfect detail. Kinsey, you did this. I'm so proud of you. You overcame this. You let go of these habits that didn't serve you. You didn't serve you. You now show up like this. I described that best version of myself that we talked about yesterday. You now have this habit and this mindset, and you show up as this person. And when you achieve this goal, these are the people that were with you, and you were wearing this outfit, and it felt so good to finally overcome this thing that you've been working towards for so long. It felt so good to finally step into your purpose. You did this and you did this, and it looked like this and it felt like this. And I described my year exactly how I want it to go in perfect, specific, exact detail. And on my Dear Me letter, I describe the emotion, right? So I wrote down the actual goals, the clear, specific goals that I'm working towards. Then I got a vision of what does it look like. Now I'm explaining to myself, how does it feel to achieve it? What did it feel like to live out this vision? What did it feel like to accomplish this goal? What did it feel like to create these habits? What did it feel like to become the next best version of yourself? What did it feel like to impact lives? So I described the feeling in here. So I have the tangible goal, the vision, and what it feels like. And most people miss this when it comes to manifesting and goal setting. They don't add the emotion into it. When you're visualizing your goals, the key that you want to implement is, how does it feel? How does it feel in that moment to do the thing? How does it feel in the moment to get the award? How does it feel in the moment to lose the weight? How does it feel to get the new car? How does it feel to put your kids in the private school? How does it feel? Because if you can master this is the key. If you can master this and you can have that clear goal and a clear vision, and then do a visualization practice, which I'll do a live video on visualization practice, and you can actually experience this moment that you're working towards as if it's currently happening. Feel exactly how you would feel in that moment. And if you do this right, if you're a crier like me, I'm a crier. I can literally get myself to cry like I am in the moment. I can feel the emotions so strongly. I can live the moment as if it's actually happening with my eyes closed and I'm playing this movie in my head. Your mind does not know the difference between if you're visualizing it or if it's actually happening. Your mind cannot tell the difference. And you create these neural pathways to help you achieve the goal. It sounds crazy, but it works. I have visualized so many moments in my life that have happened. I have lived them out so many times before they ever happened that when I got there, I was like, I've done this. I've been here. I've been in this moment before. This is nuts. It's crazy. And then the crazy thing is when you write yourself a letter and you describe your year in perfect detail to yourself of how it looked and how it felt and what you did and who you became and all the stuff that you want to have happen. And then you read this letter. So like this letter, it's going to describe my 2022, how it went this year. It is wild to see the stuff that you achieved. It's wild to literally read your year back verbatim. And you're like, that happened and it did happen and it did feel like this and it did feel like this. It's crazy. It's such a crazy experience to like read it back. It's very emotional. Like the letter I did last year. I haven't read this one yet. Obviously it's still sealed. The one that I did last year, it was wild. I read my year back verbatim that I predicted. It is so crazy. And so if you do this correctly and you spend time with it and you really sit with it and you really like put yourself in the moment and feel the emotions of your year that you're going to go work towards, it should be a very emotional experience. It's a very energetic experience. So that's why I like to like tie this all together, because I put so much energy and love and attention into this letter. It's like a 7-page letter that I write myself. I'm not like, oh, you had the best year ever. It felt really good. So proud of you. Love, Kinsey. Bye. No, like this is like an in-depth practice that I do, that I spend a lot of time on and put a lot of energy into. And it's just, like I said, for me, it just ties it all together, puts the bow on top of my goals. And then I personally send this to my friend. She holds on to it for a year and then mails it back to me a year later. So you can pick an accountability partner that you guys can exchange letters, or you can just tuck it away somewhere that you're not going to read it for a year. Give it to your spouse, give it to your parents, whatever. Like, give it to someone so you're not tempted to read it, and make sure you set a reminder, or they set a reminder to mail it back to you a year later, and then you read it. So I'm actually going to wait till January 1st to read this letter because it literally says, Dear Kinsey, January 1st, 2023. So I always wait till the exact date to read it. And then I'm going to write myself one to read January 1st, 2024. So say, Dear Kinsey, January 1st, 2024, and I'm going to read about my 2023 year. So this is one of my favorite practices. I highly recommend it. I absolutely love it. Share this video, share this with your teams. I always give my team this assignment to do it every year. We're just sending back all their letters that they wrote this previous year to them. So definitely give this assignment to your teams. I encourage you to do it. It's one of my favorite end of year practices to set myself up for the next year and just create this vision of who I'm going to be, because you can achieve anything you want. You can create whatever reality you want, whatever vision you have for yourself. But first you have to get really clear on the goals. Then you have to get really clear on what those goals look like, and you have to get really clear on what those goals feel like. And if you can put all those three pieces together and then create an action plan of how you're going to go achieve it, and go work your plan every day. 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 I know you can achieve everything that you set out to do. So hopefully you got value out of this. Definitely share this. Like I said, share this with your team. Give this assignment to your team, to your coworkers, to your spouse, to your kids. Like, this is so powerful and such a fun practice that I do at the end of every year. So if you're not yet following me, definitely follow me. My name is Kinsey Ray. Send me a message. Let me know what one of these you're doing. If you're doing all of them, what you're working towards in the new year. I would love to support you and encourage you to help you have your best year ever in 2023. Love you guys. Appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon.